What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning into Stock Essentials. My name is Alex and we're going to be going over Robinhood stock, which is one of the controversial stocks that just IPO'd just last week, and it's sitting at a price point of around $35 per share. And when it IPO'd, investors who got in early bought it at $38 per share. So once the market opened and this stock became public, a lot of the insiders who already owned the Robinhood shares ended up selling off because Robinhood did price their IPO at a pretty high price. So a lot of insiders took advantage of that, and Robinhood actually allowed around 25 to 30% of retail investors to get into this IPO at $38 per share, which is kind of sketchy because it seems like they're trying to allow the big institutions, insiders, sell their shares, kind of taking advantage of the little guys just like us. So I did actually end up buying Robinhood IPO at $38 a share, but I did cut losses fairly quickly. But it's pretty interesting. In the short term, it's very choppy. It's very volatile. It's also very bearish. A lot of people, especially the retail investors, don't really want to buy into this company, this stock, but you have to look at it from a business perspective for the long term. They're generating very good revenue, even if you don't agree with it, but they have the subscription services, Robinhood Gold, which is like $5 a month, and a lot of people sign up for that. It gives you access to level 2 data. They also have the cash management account. So what they do is they lend all your money that you're not using, and in return they do pay out a pretty small interest fee. But they do also have the payment for order flow, which is the main moneymaker Robinhood makes off of you guys. So in order to allow commission-free trading, they are selling your order flow to market makers, and they're using all that data in order to make even more money off you guys. And this is basically allowing them to get stocks at better prices, and we're buying stocks basically at higher prices, just unreasonable prices compared to what the market makers and all the big institutions are getting at, because think of it as a third party or a middleman. They're rerouting our orders to these market makers, and that is how they're making most of their money. But from a long-term perspective, I do think that this is a good stock to hold. They did revolutionize the trading, investing by eliminating commissions, which is actually one of the big barriers for me personally for investing. I didn't want to pay these big fees. I didn't want to pay it costs around like $3 to $5 per trade, and it adds up, especially if you do have a small account. And it was basically more tailored to people with larger accounts, so it's very hard for beginners to get started. So that is one reason why a lot of people like Robinhood. And the main reason I still use Robinhood is actually the user interface. It's second to none. It's one of the best out there. A lot of the other brokerages have confusing, complex interfaces. I've used many brokerages such as Vanguard, TD Ameritrade, as well as Fidelity and Webull, and Robinhood has the cleanest user interface and user experience, and that's why using this brokerage is still pretty pleasant, even though they're doing some shady stuff. And ARK Invest of Cathie Wood is still buying into this company. They think it's a pretty good long-term hold. They actually bought it at the IPO price on the debut day, and they're still buying more shares. As we can see, they bought it on opening day, which accounted for around 20% of their ARK K portfolio. And then they also added it to their other portfolios as well, the ARK F, ARK K, and ARK W, on this nice dip here that we're seeing. So Cathie Wood is pretty bullish, and if you don't know, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, these ETFs have some pretty phenomenal returns, 47% in the past year, and overall it's up 500% in the past 5 years. So very good fund manager, Cathie Wood. And a lot of people look towards these ETFs and see what they're buying because they do make some really good plays. So it's very interesting to see Cathie Wood, ARK Invest, continuously adding more shares of Robinhood stock to their portfolios because they do see something that we're not really seeing. And the total amount of shares they're having is around is a few million shares. They have 1.3 million shares the first day. They added 213,000 shares more to that portfolio. They added another 1.28 million shares to their ARK K as well, and then 350,000 shares to their ARK W ETF. So that's around it's just under 3 million shares, which is a larger amount of money that they're investing into this company. And I do think that this company, Robinhood, as brokerage, is going to be around for a long time. I know even though a lot of people don't agree with what they did back in February when they halted the buying of AMC, GameStop, BlackBerry, all those stocks, they only allowed the selling, which was basically price manipulation. Even if you don't agree with that, a lot of people still use this brokerage as their either their main one or their side one. A lot of people use this as a gambling portfolio, and it's very good reasons too. It's very easy to buy and sell securities on this platform, and I still use it myself personally. I really love the user interface, and I know it's very good for beginners. It's very easy for them to get started in investing in the market. You can also buy crypto and do options as well. So very good brokerage overall, even though it's very controversial. In the short term, I do see it as pretty bearish. That's why we made the video earlier not to buy it, because when you buy it when it just IPOs, it's going to be pretty volatile. So it's best to wait a few days, few weeks, maybe in a month, before the volatility to die down and for the stock price to actually settle and find some support. Because once the stock becomes public, there's really no support and resistance. So we're just waiting for that. But it seems like there's some nice support at this $33, $34 range, which is going to be very good to see. And there's no options yet. So in the upcoming days or weeks, we will probably seeing some options chains being opening up, because I know a lot of people are interested in buying some long-term call options on this stock, because in the long term it is a great brokerage and they are producing a lot of revenue, and they've grown exponentially over the past few years, especially during the pandemic when they got a ton of retail investors flocking to their platform and investing in the stock market because they're bored at home. But that's about it for this video. If it helped you in any way, please leave a like, comment down below what your thoughts are on Robinhood stock, as well as subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It helps out a lot, and we make daily videos on stocks and options. Thanks for watching.